Okay, 360 degrees. Okay, 360 degrees. But I can take this 360 degrees and turn it into 365 days. And the way I would do that is I would go all the way around. I go all the way around. Okay, go all the way around, go all the way around, go all the way around, all the way around. Now I go in, and now I go out. I increase the time because of the cutout. So I got 360 degrees. I can do that another way. I can just cut it out this way. So we go all the way around, and this increases the distance. That's one scenario. We have, the second scenario is we have thickness, right? So if we're going from one side to the other side, the time to get from one side to the other side takes 5 1/4 days. You go around and then you come to the other side of the cycle, the spiral of life. What did I want to talk about right now? There was an image, I saw the Wizard of Oz, and when they designed the Wizard of Oz, I'm going to have to show you on my screen. You know what's funny? I was still talking while I put it on pause. I'm naked from the waist up. Actually, I'm all naked under my clothes. Naked. Anyways, let me get on to. When you take a look at this, right? If you turn this upside down, do you see the number 4 here? Let me do it this way. Let me see how I can get it done. Do you see the number 4? Do you see the number 4 right over here between this in this area right over here? But the whole thing is, if I take away this, if I take away this, right, you actually see 70. And instead of seeing from, you don't see from, you see ROM. The Lizard ROM Oz 4070. Now, the reason we're going to just try to get all this over, and I want to talk about, just one second, did I get the page right? Right here. Number 7. I'm sorry, upside down is the 4. 7 and 1 equals 4. Does it show you anything on your telephone? I want to do a design with this. I want to do a design with this, flipping it over, turning it to the side. I want to do a design with this. Here's my Y. Remember, sticks and stones, right? Sticks and stones. Okay, so if you have the letter I, you have a stick and a stone. Sticks and stones. Okay, if you have bones, the bone is in the center. Here, okay, you have your ace and your 1, or you have 1 and 1. N is 1 and 1 upside down, and we're going to show you something else on another page. Here you can also have AV, A one way, V the other way. And AV or AV, right? AV, the low sound of AV means to notice, or a notice, like if you get an infraction and I'm giving you a notice, like a ticket notice. Okay, and I'm going to get on to the last piece of this. Actually, it's not the last piece. I just wanted to show you one thing I didn't show you. The moon, the clock, the ocean, the salt. Just try and think of that. Switching from one ladder to the next. I'm not sure which angle is going to show something to you, but there's more. In some kind of angle, there's something happening. I don't know what it is. Oh yes, right here. When we connect the two ones, we connect it with the cube in the center, right? Remember the circle I just did? So we're going to do the circle and this, like the yin and the yang. So we go 360 degrees, okay? 360 degrees of the yin and the yang. So we start off this way and we go all the way around. And you notice that inside the yin and the yang is the S, right? The S, it also, in trucks, it would be for the cam. Okay, and the cam is an S, and when you press on the brakes, it goes into the cam, turns the camshaft inside the drum, and it turns the brake shoes. So anyways, that's it. Cartoon characters, cartoon shows, Sesame Street, Charlie Brown, Linus, etc. We have 26 red cards consisting of 13 and 13. We have 26 black cards consisting of 13 and 13. And I don't know why, but for years that I've been doing this, I kept seeing the clubs being number 38. And now, somehow, like out of nowhere, I've counted this as 38 for the last 13 years. And now it's 3 and 12 is, oh, that's why it is 38. I made a mistake. Wow, I don't know how I did it. It is 38. It is 38. Wow. I don't know how I did that. I was looking at it as something else. So it's 38, which I like to use for CNH, and I like to take it into the church. But when you have clubs, you have the S, and now the clubs ends up including the moon. The spade, right, ends up including the sun, the fox, or the fox is a trench, right? There's a trench, and this equals to 64. The hearts is number 52. The hearts is number 71, telling me gateway to Mars, number 4. The diamond is 60, telling me the birth, okay, the birth and the gateway. And diamonds, okay, the total number of cards is 13. The average is 7. The total 1 through 13 equals to 91. Your birth and your gateway in diamonds, 1 and 3 equals to 4 and 7. 1 times 3 equals to 3 and 7, equaling to 21 and 10, equaling to 28 and 11. If we want to do it this way, we have 49 and 21, and there's a whole formation that goes with this. We're going to link this to Neptune, 94, right? The reverse is 94. When you now half it, it's 47. So you come back to the same number up here. We can also crisscross this, which will give us 38, the church, and 32, which is the freezing mark. 032, the freezing mark. Black equals 29. Red equals 27. Now, if you want to go to this, black is the 8 ball, where red gets 2 balls, black only gets 1 ball. But the thing about black is that when you're playing pool, all the balls have black on it, because as far as I know, every time I've went to a pool hall or seen pool balls, the number is black. The number on all the balls are black. And when it comes to horse racing, their numbers, pending which number they have, the number written on the sheet, on the horse has like a blanket on it, and it has a number on it. Well, if it's a number, I think 6, and it's yellow, it gets a black writing. Some of them get white writing, and some of them get black writing. 4 and 6, it's funny that 4 and 6 are both yellow in the 2 different racing, and yellow is 92, is where black is 29. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. I want to thank you for watching this video. There's a lot of things going on in the world. We can also be in this world that we're trapped and we can't get out, and the only way out is through the digital world, which would be through a vibration, which would be through our computers or us coming together and breaking or assimilating and vibrating into that code in which it has no choice. But anyways, I can't explain it, but exactly what happened, you know what, I'm looking for my scissors and it's right in front of me. Exactly what happened with Neil Anderson. There was no way for him to get out. There were all kinds of crazy things going on. They took that thing out of his body. You know that thing they put into his body, right? You remember the way they, his body stood in one area and he was able to go into the world and live, because this is a netting. This netting right over here, this energy that we don't understand.
The wind blows. How does the wind blow? What is it blowing? It's blowing something. That's our energy it's blowing. The wind. Have you ever thought of it? What's the wind? The wind is blowing an element. We breathe in that element. The humidity, all these things to do with the weather. Crazy world, eh? Crazy world we were born into. It's so amazing that we're here and we're not. Animals. Have you ever thought of this? A monkey hanging upside down. A bat upside down. A bird goes into the water. A bird floats on the water. I mean, some of the birds, the ducks. Upside down and not getting dizzy. Has something in us is something jammed in us that doesn't let us move in a certain, our mental capacity, not able to move in a certain way because something is jammed inside of us? Sugar, jam, sugar, right away. Jam, sugar, sugar and spice and everything's nice. What's not going well in my head? Spices, you smell them. We drink teas, things that smell. This is like the $10,000 pyramid, but this is the real world. And when everybody wakes up, somehow we're going to jolt. We're going to jolt the system the same way the invisible wind blows us all. You know what I'm saying? The invisible wind blows us all. Raphael, 7286, Constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. I wonder who tore us apart.